Hello, Tekken Gamers. We're back with sort of just thoughts and concerns about some recent inclusions into Era 2. And the reason I'm also mentioning that this is recorded prior to the Darkness Rising season is because it involves the Mudseeker. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. We need to remind ourselves to pray. Do the Tinker's Prayer. Dear Tink Jeebus, grant us the strength to accept the things that we cannot change. For wargaming makes the rules, wargaming breaks the rules. Thank you. Bit clumsy, but anyway. The thing is, and I had mentioned this in a previous video, especially with the T10B, that the T80 is kind of bringing Era 3 speeds into Era 2, and I was kind of concerned with that. But it's just, it was more like, is Era 2 starting to focus more on speed over, you know, quality gameplay sort of thing? Running gun, shotgunning, YOLOing, that still being a huge issue. But then, we just got, this week, the Monstie Rocket Tank Destroyer. Then, so, the T80, like I said, is fast, but it is balanced, because, oh my god, this thing is so easy to set on fire. You know, this is the first upgraded match, but I eventually finally conceded that not only do I need reinforced fuel tanks, but I also have to carry a fire extinguisher, and it has been very beneficial, because, good lord, those big fuel tanks are way too far forward, and there's not enough armor on the T80 to stop those from going through. So, yeah. It's the speed. It's about increasing the average speed overall is what I was concerned about. And then the Mudseeker came in, and because of the rockets, and I wasn't sure how people were going to feel because the ATGM changes meant no more shotgunning. The Mudseeker using rockets and not ATGMs meant shotgunning. And I felt like, just looking at the speed of 920 meters per second on the standard, I'm like, you know, from this close range attacks, you know, kind of felt like, you know, maybe they're too fast. And if they pen, they can. Now, I don't own the Mudseeker. That's why we're featuring the T80. So any Mudseeker owners, please chime in. Thus, and I've seen it both ways. I think the speed of the rocket should be reduced just by 100 meters per second, bring it down to 800. I've seen some actually going like, no, the rockets need to be faster because you can't snipe in them. And suddenly it's like, wait. Are you not realizing that this tank destroyer is an ambush tank, not a sniping tank? Because my first thought when I saw that was like, ooh, those like sudden like ambush attacks are gonna be great. The shotgun coming around the corner and getting just blasting away. That's gonna piss a lot of people off because like, oh no, we're back to shotgunning again. And it was like, oh, some people still think a tank destroyer needs to be at distance. And with the armor profile of the Mudseeker, sure, that armor is angled, but it's thin. It's also fast. Coming back to speed. With the speed boost, you can get it close to 70, 75 kilometers per hour, you know, depending on how you play and set it up. But so again, because of the shotgun, I'm like, man, it's getting back to being, is Era 2 starting to lean into a heavier tank preference? You know, you definitely got to have a starting speed of 60 kilometers per hour. Now, comment down below on what you think. Oh, and like and subscribe if you are one of those sons of bitches like me who likes the shotgun and FV4211. Oh my god, it is so... When you pop the top off the FV4211 from the front, and you can... Back in the day, you could do it so beautifully. Now it's so much harder, but it's so beautiful to do that. Oh, I remember that. Kazarine just, there's some, that FV4211 came around and I slammed, like 30 meters away, slammed an ATGM from my T72AB into it and it just, poof. Oh, back in the days when you truly had to be careful coming around a corner. Now, not so much. Well, the Monsterjäger once again proves that no, you got to be careful. And I think that's why I can't hate it, because for its place, I'm like, yeah, no, this could be fun. But, and I know you're frustrated. Some of you might be frustrated and upset, and this is why, going forward, I will probably be doing a video about certain equipment and perks that need to be utilized more in Cold War, and I will give you some hints. One, 6th Sense. With tank destroyers now having such great detection range and such low concealment range, being detected means you will have a better chance of getting behind cover. 2, the a missile detection system that so few of us seem to like and carry, I've been starting to utilize more, especially since the AT-GEM changes. Yeah, that detects the rockets too. And when you see a stream of rockets come out of this tree, well, guess what? Now you know where the Monsterjäger is. So, unless Wargaming wants to change it, which I hope they don't. But yes, so I will do a video on that, because those two things, just like track mechanic, are might be becoming more important in the future here. I know some of us kind of felt like believe the BS thing that, oh, if you got True Vision, 6th Sense useless. No, it's useful. All right. AT-GEMs are just like artillery. If you get detected, you become a target. If you aren't detected, you're less of a target, even with True Vision. So, but to go back to the Monsterjäger, the pricing. Man, how many were shocked? How conditioned did we get to expect that? Oh, with these tanks, we were going to get a discount. Instead of the 11,000, I think it's 300 right now, although the standard price for the Monsterjäger is 11,000. I'm not going to bother with the World War II, because obviously we're not doing anything involving World War II here. That's not my jam. Yeah, y'all have fun with that Terran. Our Terran. Well, anyone who heard me say, yeah. Back to the Monsterjäger. I'm getting ahead of myself. The pricing, I realized, was after Metal Fest and being like, hey, pick a band, do the op, you get a discount. Star Trek came out, do the op, get a discount, and we get a 9,000 gold cool tank, in my opinion. Suddenly, here we are, Monster Hunter op, but it's not for a discount or anything. The tanks say at their regular price, and oh my god, I'm not gonna get started on the bundles. Ooh, those bundles are insane, which clearly means that, yes, this is for the, I guess I want to say the true fans of World of Tanks Modern Armor. I say this because companies like this, they can only do discounted price, and yes, I know these are fake tanks, these aren't real things, but if you've ever touched a business or something, or anything like that, you can only do a discounts on things for so long before it actually can be a negative impact on your profits. And that's not a good thing. And we definitely know the billion-dollar company that is Wargaming certainly do love their profits, so they did their discounts, they made a little less, but they got fans. Let's be honest. Metal Fest and then the Star Trek, I think that kept some players sticking around after Metal Fest. Anyone knew. And so this one was like, all right, we got to go back to our regular pricing, and that sucks, but it's twofold. One, I was like, okay, we're back to normal. Wargaming can make a profit, but also, if anyone was concerned about how game-breaking the Monsterjäger might be, well, at its full price out of the gate with no discount or nothing to bring it down or no bundles, okay, Wargaming is once again calling upon primarily the whales to bring in the cash flow and keep that going, so that sort of stops it from being too matchmaker breaking. I've seen almost every match so far since it's been introduced. I've seen at least one, but it's not. It will probably get worse with the weekend and stuff, but I don't. I don't have a problem with this time. Of course, the true game. If you want to truly be a whale and pay the horrific price for the full bundle, bro. If you got that kind of money and you're spending on this game, I'm gonna give you. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. Legal disclaimer. So, but with that said, maybe you should get some help, mental help. And then after that, and you can kind of break away from whatever addictive personality trait or whatever thing you got that's hooked you on this game, and then invest that money instead in like stocks and mutual funds and have a retirement. That's better sense. But again, and if you already have all that and you have this money, then thanks for keeping the lights on this game. I appreciate it. So that might be good. That's probably what's gonna give me any comments. And that was that little bit. But if you've stuck around this long and to hear all this, like and subscribe. Now, if the Monster does get to be too much of a problem, I don't know if it'll be Armadillo levels of problems, and if it's nerfed, I don't want it to be nerfed. But then again, if I have it and I could play it, I would have a much better review on this. But to go back to upsetting Object 120 fans like myself, I think we should be once again bringing up the question of perhaps the concealment level in Cold War mode, especially for tank destroyers, might be set a little too high. Or by that I mean it's too low to detect. We're all once again thinking of you, Vicelto. So, yeah, this might be one where maybe tank destroyers, including the M50 Ontos, the M113, although the M113 has it's kind of detectable. Is maybe we should make them a little easier to detect, especially with the new community tank, if we are going to getting those 1,500 kilometer square maps and possibly larger in the future, where there's a lot more room to roam. So detection ranges might need to be tweaked. So I think just across the board, tank destroyers might need to be a little more easier to detect going forwards. That might make us all a little bit easier to digest any new tank destroyers, especially as small as the Vicelto or the Monster. I don't want to hurt the Rakuten Jagdpanzer anymore because I love that tank. Yeah, but it kind of wish that intricate reload was a little faster, but you know, it is balanced, and it's that the Rakuten Jagdpanzer. But comment down below. Do you foresee that perhaps the next big Cold War update next year, perhaps, at some point, will involve a reworking of the detection and or camouflage, the still camouflage of a lot of these tank destroyers and maybe light tanks? I don't know. Some of the light tanks, maybe a little too easy to detect. Hello, T-63HG, Object 934, but those are the bigger light tanks to begin with, so. Anyway, if you would like to comment down below, please do so, like and subscribe. And if you want to finish watching this, go right ahead, because in this match, I'm posting this because this was a match, no bots, where I was so close to 10,000 damage, and then I made a little misstep, and then I just couldn't make it. But it's a sweet match. You can watch the damage roll in, and dare I say, I did some camping here on Westfield. But anywho, hope you keep tracks on the ground, orange in your favor, and I hope you enjoy decorating your garage with a lot of these really cool, maybe slightly expensive Halloween decorations. Catch you in the next one. Bye.
sensors confirmed hit. Enemy vehicle on fire. We must remove the weakest elements before assimilation. Observation. Even our rudimentary gun is capable. Terrestrial mineral shield defeated. Probe went straight through. Battlefield secured. Let phase 2 of testing commence.